Hello chatbox out there. Today in this vlog I'm going to be telling you guys all about what I got to on the end of my week. That is my Thursday and Friday. I hope you guys have all had a lovely end to your week and you're all enjoying your Friday. Firstly, on my Thursday I got up after a nice lie-in. I had the day off work and I had some breakfast. I had some toast and a cup of tea. I was watching a bit of Netflix, listened to a bit of music, did some drawing, a bit of colouring in. My dad, older brother, sister and younger brother had work. Younger sister was at uni. My mum was asleep still and she then got up and we were just watching this animal documentary thing on the animal documentary channel with David Attenborough. Love David Attenborough so much. And my dad had finished work and he then went off fishing. He goes fishing most Thursdays and I was then just listening to a bit of Carly, a bit of Kate Bush, a bit of Coldplay, did some drawing and colouring in and was just working on some illustrations, watching some vlogs and TikToks, and then I was just watching some PG Halloween films because I'm such a pansy. I do not do well with scary movies. And so I watched Sleepy Hollow, which is one of my favourites. That's probably the scariest film I'll go to, only because it's got a young Johnny Depp in, and oh my god, was he cute. That jawline, wow. And Christina Ricci as well, I love her. I also watched Addams Family 2 with Debbie, bloody icon. I love Debbie. Malibu Barbie is so iconic. I love the Addams Family films. So I watched that. I also watched Tim Burton's Corpse Bride with, again, Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter. Such great films. So I watched those and just kind of chilled for the morning, just watching those. Had some of my chocolate orange bonbons, which are over there, and they're just so good. Then my mum ordered me, my mum and my grandparents butties lunch, and we then went and collected that, and I went in and the people in Butties know me very well and they were like, "Hi Dan, how you doing?" I was like, "Oh good, thanks, how you doing?" God, do I really come in that often, but it's just such a great sandwich place, probably one of the best, and yeah, I prefer that to Subway. Then we got the butties and then headed off to my grandparents' house where we had our butties, and before I had my butties I went into my grandparents' garden and got 2 flower snaps from there. Their garden is so beautifully kept and they've got a gardener coming in now helping with the garden, and I want to show you guys the flower snaps I got from there now. Such beautiful flowers. Then I had my butties lunch and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. The butties lunch was so good. After that I then was just chatting with my grandparents, and my grandparents cleaners came in and they cleaned upstairs and downstairs. 2 went upstairs, 2 stayed downstairs, and they cleaned it so quickly. And I said to my mum and grandparents, do you reckon they clean my bedroom for me? I had a cup of tea in my favourite little flower mug I always have when I go down to my grandparents' house and have cups of tea there. I then said goodbye to my grandparents and my mum did too, and then she went off home. I then went off for a little walk and I got a little autumnal wee snap from my grandparents' neighbour's front door, which is so pretty, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. So pretty. I then went off to the high street and I went off to one of the flower shops and got some flower snaps from there. I got this autumnal little setup snap first with some cute little pumpkin plants pots outside, and I'm going to show you guys those now. I then went inside and got some flower snaps from there that I'm going to show you guys now. Then I went off to my favourite little coffee shop and I had a full stamped card. So I got a hot chocolate from there with cream, bells, whistles, all of that, and I'm going to show you guys that now. It was so delicious. I then went off and had a look at one of the charity shops. I went into W.H. Smith and one of the bookstores. I then went off to one of the other flower shops and got some flower sets from there that I'm going to show you guys now. I love it in that flower shop. I then made my way home. I got back and watched Home and Away, Escape to Country, bit of Garden Rescue, listened to some music. My older brother got back from work and he went off to rugby, and then for tea we had chicken curry, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. I love chicken curry so much. Then my older brother got back from being at rugby training. I then watched the UK soaps, listened to a bit of music, finished writing my journal for the day, put that away, had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and was just watching a bit of Netflix. I watched the second Hocus Pocus again, and it's even better the second time around. I just absolutely love it. I was so unsure if I was going to like it or not because I love the fashion so much, but they did it so well, and yeah, it's just such a great film. Then I finished writing my journal as I had a bit more to put in there. Then I was just watching some of my favourite YouTubers' new vlogs and watching TikToks, did some TikToks and posted those, and then I went off to bed. And then on my Friday, which is today, I got up, showered and changed, ready for work, had some toast and a cup of tea for breakfast, and was just watching a bit of TV, just a bit of music, played a bit of Pokemon Go. My dad, older brother, sister and younger brother were at work, younger sister in uni, mum was asleep, and I then locked up, made my way to work. On the way to work I was just playing a bit of Pokemon Go, had a nice stroll up to work, enjoyed the lovely fall weather, lovely blue sky, and I then went off to the corner shop and got myself a drink. I then got into work, got clocked in, put my bag and coat away, and I had my nice checkered fleece coat on so I was nice and tasty warm, and I was then just running food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing some food and drink orders and bill taking. It was me, my manager and one of my other colleagues on, and one of my other colleagues didn't start till 10, and me and my other colleague was both on started at 9, and our manager started at open. And then we had a new girl start, so she was being trained on the till on bar with one of my colleagues who is always on bar. So it was just me and my manager and my other colleague who's currently broken her finger out on floor. And I'm doing a split shift, so I'm doing 9 till 3 and then 5 till close. And I was hoping if it was quiet, I might be able to go home a little bit earlier. But yeah, that did not happen because it got very, very, very busy. And so we were just running lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, getting people in, they were eating, getting them paid up and they were going. And then I literally cleaned a table, felt like I was blinking, and then that table was then full up with even more people, and it was just so busy. And it finally calmed down, and after it calmed down and we got all the tables cleaned and stuff and all the food and drinks out, I had a quick cup of tea and was just, oh my god, I can actually breathe. And I just hope it's not as busy as it was in the daytime this evening. And I was able to leave at about 2:40ish instead of 3 because it was quieted down and there was about 5 of us on. So it didn't need to be all of us on. And so I clocked off, got my bag and coat and headed off, and I went off to the garden centre in the high street, and I got some flower snaps from there that I'm going to show you guys now. I love it in that flower shop. Do you know they actually follow me on Instagram, which is awesome, and they like a load of my flower snaps. And I went in there the other day, and the one that owns the place was like, oh, I always look forward to seeing your flower snaps, Dan, which is lovely of them to say so. I also got this really pretty plant snap that I'm going to show you guys now. I then went off and had a look around the charity shops, and nothing really took my fancy. I did look at this one jumper, but it wasn't the one, so I put that back. I then went off to Coffee One and got myself a blueberry muffin and a caramel frappe, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. It was so delicious. Love a caramel frappe, and I actually took the blueberry muffin to go. I then got picked up by my dad as it started lashing down with rain really hard. I had my coat with me, but I was like, I'm tired, my legs are hurting, my knee where I fell over and cut, I've got the bandage off that now, and I'm trying to let the air breathe on it, but I bashed it when I was at work, and I was like, oh my god, please do not make me have made it bleed. But luckily it wasn't, and it's feeling a lot better, but it's still quite sore. So I got picked up. Just before he picked me up, I went off to Co-op and got myself some lunch from there, and then he picked me up, got home, and I'm now home. I got changed on my work uniform, put that away ready for work this evening, and I then had my lunch. I had chicken Caesar wraps, a Whisper bar, a orange Lucasade, and had some cravers and these chicken bite things, which was so good. And I have put my blueberry muffin away to have tomorrow. I'm probably going to save that for tomorrow. And I then had a cup of tea and was just listening to a bit of music. My grandma rang up my mum and was just chatting to her, and my dad was just heaving up, so that's probably what you could hear. You probably heard the phone ring as well. It's always so loud in this house, never a moment's silence. And I am now off to go and watch Home and Away. Like then, you can probably hear the dog bark. The dog barks at anything, bless him. He's going deaf and blind in his old age. He's 14, so he's lived a grand old life. He's a boxer collie, so with boxers, they are prone for cancer. And he actually had a lump on his belly like a few months back, and we were like, oh my god. So we took him to the vets, and they were like, nope, he's just a bit overweight. But because of his arthritis, we didn't really want to take him for too big of walks. So we try and he goes out in the garden quite a lot, but I'm trying to take him on small walks around the block just to kind of get him out and get him in a bit of better shape. But yeah, he is just so adorable. He wouldn't know how to fly, I'd say that, but he does try and eat the flies. And I was snuggling up with my cat Purdy last night, and I got a photo and sent that to the group chat. I was like, she loves me, because normally she can't she can't get a bar on me, can't stand a bar on me, whatever to say. She normally runs away from me, and she doesn't like being picked up, so she has to come to you. And I was like, oh my god, she loves me. And yeah, I'm gonna have to go and watch Home and Away, and probably watch a bit of Netflix, write a bit of my journal, probably listen to a bit more music, and then I'm probably just gonna chill before going off to my second part of my split shift this evening, doing 5 till close. I'm really hoping that it's quiet enough that I get to go home early, and it just lashed out rain, so if it does that again, I think it probably will be quiet. The rain stopped now and the sunshine has come back out. We've got nice blue skies again. So yeah, this weather is just wild. And yeah, I've got tomorrow off, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to be having a coffee catch up with one of my ex-colleagues and good friends of mine. And I've just messaged her to see if it's happening or not. If not, I'll probably just watch some movies, maybe go to the flower shops again, my favourite place, love it. Maybe even go up to the garden centre at Dobby's, and you've already got all the Christmas stuff up there, and I'm just like, no. Halloween first, Friday night, then Christmas, 7th of November, I then start getting a bit Christmassy, so like a few days after firework night, but not until after firework night. And I had a shower the other day, and it started playing a Michael Bublé Christmas song, and I was like, no, next. And yeah, I hope you guys have all had a lovely week. All have had a lovely Friday, have a lovely weekend ahead, and you've all liked this vlog. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you in a new vlog very soon. Bye.